Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make this cute card using the Mocha Morning Designer Series specialty paper. It's on the retired accessories list, so it's only available through the end of May, or if supplies run out sooner. You're going to start with a piece of Designer Series paper that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4. There's a score line here. I'll fold it so you can see it a little bit better. That you score 5/8 of an inch from the top, and you're going to cut in 1 inch from both sides. The easiest way to do that is to use your paper trimmer. You're going to put your Designer Series paper in, line up that score line to that little well right there where the blade cuts. You're going to go all the way to the top. It's at 0 here, so you're going to slide it down and cut till you get to 1, just like that. And that little arch right there tells you exactly where the blade is cutting. So you just stop at 1. You're going to lift this and slide it to 3, push it in, and cut it to 4. So once you have your little tabs cut, you need to find the center here. So on your grid paper at the top, there's a 0. So you can put your paper up here, and both ends should be at the 2-inch mark here and here. So that center line, the 0, is right there where that dark stripe is. So the top of this paper here, the collar I guess, is going to go right to the score line and at the 0 mark, the center of your paper. And then you're just going to crease that. We're going to fold this over and do the same thing. You can use your bone folder too. I kind of forget that it's there even though I have it. So that's your collar. If you wanted to just simply fold it like this and do a light crease, that would also tell you where the center is. But it is important to get the center so you have a nice even tie when you go to apply that. So we're going to set this aside for just a couple of minutes, and we're going to go to make the tie. So this paper is cut 4 inches by 4, and whatever you want your tie to look like, that needs to be face down. So I'm going to fold it like this, and we're going to go corner to corner. So you're going to make a triangle, and you don't have to have a sharp crease here. You just need to have a line to do this next step. The other thing too is you don't have to be exactly perfect here. So see how I'm not perfect right there? It doesn't matter. This is really forgiving. We just need to have a center line to fold this in, and then we're going to fold this in too. So I guess it's kind of like making an airplane maybe. And like I said, it's pretty forgiving, so even if you're not perfect right up there at the top, no one's going to notice it. And these you do want to be nice crisp lines here. So once you get this folded, you're going to turn that over, and you want to fold the point here down about 1.5 inches. And so you want to just bring that down. And I'm kind of guesstimating on this, but it's somewhere 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. The main thing is to make sure that point is right at the center. So you have that little fold line right there. Then this little point here is going to fold up halfway. So see how we're halfway? We're going to fold it one more time. This is going to be the front part of your tie, like the knot if you were tying a tie. And it's kind of neat how my circle just ended up perfectly centered. That doesn't usually happen, so it's okay if it doesn't. I like to open this up, and that little point there, I just tuck it around the back. So you'll have something like this. Now we're going to turn it over, and that center line, we're going to fold this line up to that. And I want to make sure that, now this you do want to make sure you're kind of in the center here and get a nice crisp line. This is a little lumpy here at the top, so just kind of muscle it into place. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side here. So we're just going to kind of tug it in. And we're going to check and make sure we're not too wonky here, because your tie will look funny if it's not even. And then just give a nice press here. So now you're going to turn this over. This is your tie. Now a couple of things I want to point out. See how I'm not like perfectly even here and here? Your collar is going to cover that up, so you don't have to have it perfect. It's okay. This is actually really good here. So I like to open this up, and I'm going to run some adhesive right down the middle just to keep everything, that's my pokey tool that's running around there, sorry about that, just to keep everything kind of stuck into position here. And then I do have mini glue dots. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 on the glue dots. So they're already here on the outside, so I'm just going to put 1 and then 2 and then 3. So if I turn it over, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3 mini glue dots. So we're going to set this aside for just a second. Go back to this cute little shirt, and I'm going to put some dimensionals under here because the tie is a little on the lumpy side, and so we're going to make sure that that stays nice and propped up. First we're going to put this thing down here. This thing, it's not a thing, it's a tie, it's a cute tie. So we're going to put this back to the center so I know where the center is on my shirt. We're going to slide that up, and I'll make sure the bottom of that tie is centered as well. So those glue dots will keep it in place. And see how I pointed out that that's not even, but when you fold these, you're not going to see that. So it's actually a little bit forgiving. And I think I want to tug it up just a teensy bit more. This is the Virgo in me showing, but I've got to get it up just a teensy bit higher. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go to the dimensionals, and we're going to double these up. So we're going to go in about, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch from the end. And we want 2 of these, so we're just going to pull this off and get this right on top. And then we're going to do 2 more. And I got stuck here, so give me a second. So we're going to put this one down here and put this one right on top. So now we have double dimensionals, so when we slide it down, it's going to keep the collar kind of puffed up a little bit because the tie is a little on the lumpy side. So we can pull these off now. And we're going to close this over, and we'll get that right in the right spot, and kind of tug it into place if it's not just so. So there's the front of our card. We're going to add some little tiny mini silver brads right here. And this may or may not go through the tie. That's okay. You're just going to poke a hole there and poke a hole here. These little brads are teeny tiny, but they're so cute. So once you get them, just kind of put them in there. And we're not going to mash this flat, so I'm just going to hold it. When you turn it over, it's a very soft, I don't know what it's made out of, but it's really soft, so it opens up really easily and bends back. So see how I didn't mash it flat? And then we'll do the same thing on this side. And you just kind of get them open. They go really easy. So now we're going to put this, we're going to pretend that I've got some soft suede cardstock here. I'd put adhesive all around the back and then layer it right there. I've already got this one done. It's using a different paper, or actually a different tie. So see how this has a giant polka dot tie, which I think is really cute, and this one has a more elegant look to it. This is another card using the same paper from the Mocha Morning Designer Series paper. Sometimes when you're making this shirt and tie card, you want the collar to be the same as the pattern on the shirt. So on this card, it was okay that the collar was a different pattern because it didn't clash with the tie. On this paper here, if we were to turn this back for the collar, it's not going to make a very pretty collar. So I'm going to show you a way to have it be the same pattern as the paper. So what you're going to do, normally the paper that we use is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. This is actually going to be cut 4 inches by 5 7/8. You're still going to score 5/8 of an inch from the top, and then you're going to score again 5/8 of an inch from that. What happens with this first fold is you're going to glue that down to itself, so it's going to be glued just like that. So we'll go ahead and do that here. And we're going to fold that over. Now this is the same size as this. We still have a score line 5/8 of an inch from the top, and we're still going to cut in 1 inch from here and 1 inch from here. So we're going to grab the paper trimmer, we're going to turn this over, we're going to put it right in here where the edge of that paper lines up to the well of the paper trimmer. I'm going to put this blade where it pushes in right at 1 inch, and I'm going to push all the way up to the top. Then I'm going to lift this up, I'm going to put it down at 3 inches. This is where the blade is, right where that curved part is. I'm going to push it in and drag it down. We're still going to find the center using the 0 mark at the top of the grid paper. We're going to put the paper to 2 inches here, 2 inches here, and there's our 0 line, which is right above that little yellow stripe there. We're going to take the point, the top point of the collar, and fold it to the score line, right where that 0 line is going to be. And I need to push it just a teensy bit that way. Take your bone folder and crease that collar, and then you're going to fold the other side the same way. There you go. So this is going to give you a shirt with a collar that's the same as the pattern on the shirt. Hope you liked it. Thanks.